We know you have lots of questions, and we're here to verify and get the facts straight from our vetted experts. We have Dr. William Moss, Dr. Gigi Gronval, Dr. Matt Freeman, Dr. Glenn Wortman, and the CDC. So let's verify first, can a regular COVID test on its own tell you if you have the Omicron variant? Well, right out of the gate, our experts all say no. If you're using a rapid test, that won't be able to detect a variant. It'll just tell you whether or not you currently have COVID-19. But PCR tests, the most common, can give you a hint as to whether you might be infected with the Omicron variant. Here is how.
It looks for 3 different parts of the virus, and one of those parts is not the same in Omicron as in Delta.
Here's how our experts explained it. One section of the PCR test looks for a specific spike protein, and scientists have found because Omicron has so many mutations on the spike protein, that section of the test looks abnormal. But that alone won't tell you if you have Omicron. So let's now verify, how do you identify a variant? Well, our experts say that's where sequencing comes in. Scientists take that COVID virus collected from a positive test, zoom in on its genome, and use that to figure out which variant it is. Dr. Wortman says it's like finding matching boxcars on a train.
So the virus is made up of RNA, and if you think of like little boxcars on a train, there are 30,000 of those box chains with the RNA virus. And what happens in the laboratory is they can actually look at those box chains, and then with computers, they compare them to known trains.
So right there in the lab, that's where they identify a variant, which brings us to our last question. We're going to verify if you do have the Omicron COVID variant, could you ever be notified about it? And all of our experts say probably not.
You don't know as a consumer of a test what, or as a patient, what kind of variant you have.
No, generally speaking, unless you're in some kind of special research trial, you're not going to know if you were infected with one variant or another.
If you have COVID, you have COVID. It does not matter if you have Omicron or Delta.